Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with House of the Dragon. Last time around was Unbowed and Unbent. All I remember was making a joke in the description of last episode that Cole needs to get bent. So, Cole is going to die. Well, knowing his luck, he'll end up being king by the end of the season. But he's going to basically just go and try to fight and die with honor, or whatever that means. So, what else was there? Helena wants to keep her kid. Helena and Alicent may be trapped in a wall now. Daemon is dealing with the rebellion against the City Watch, and a bunch of his City Watch guys are dead now. Hang on. Sorry, pop filter's a little dusty. Luckily, I don't sit very close to it, so I can go p and it doesn't really matter one way or another. So, do I even need a pop filter when I'm this close? I guess I don't. So, maybe that was an unnecessary purchase, 7 years ago. Anywho, what else was there? I don't remember. Aemon and Alice are getting along. Other stuff. I don't know. I genuinely can't remember that much. So, yeah. So, screw it. Instead of me just wasting your time with trying to remember what happened last episode, we all know what happened last episode. So, let's just go ahead and jump into this episode of House of the Dragon, and we'll have a good time. Here we go. God, are we starting with Cole? Honestly, how are so many men sticking with him? You'd think most of them would have left with Gawain.
They did not fall here.
On you go! Oh! It was a trap! Damn. What a crazy thing for them to do. Damn, him with friggin' mace, man. Woof. Got stuck in the head. Oh, the dude's still going.
We like the way!
Oh, they actually did it? Oh no, that was just the trap. Now the hunters are here.
Who are they?
I think they're northerners.
Death.
That too. Doesn't matter asking for questions.
Kristen Cole! I told them I build a sept out of traitors' bones. I don't have near enough bones yet.
Will that be enough to make a fight of it?
Ooh! Alright, so this is just the end of Cole. This is it. Oh! Right through his face. Whoever the fuck that is. Fuck him up! Okay, that's the end of Kristen Cole. And he did so much this season.
They're here!
Oh, hey. They found him.
A queen who murders loyal subjects cannot be trusted.
We know where the traitor has entrenched himself if I fly directly to the Footly stronghold.
On a dragon, I presume. A beast well known for its delicacy and precision in battle.
Ah, yes, what a marvel. The flame it spews forth can discern with pure magic who is blameless and who is deserving.
Shut up.
I'll hear no more.
What is a
from
man?
those whose greatest...
No disrespect was intended, Your Grace. To you or your endeavors, it is but a matter of time.
Time?
If
We're
there were
out
aught
of
else
time.
I could offer you at this moment, give me your belt.
Why do you want a belt? Is that Vagar? Yeah, I think it is Vagar. No, it's... Oh, okay, it's the two of them.
Anything to report?
Got a big dragon.
She stopped me going to the tavern, Hugh. Not 1 hour with the lads.
Oh, he's
What's
so
the
mad.
point in having a dragon if no one's around to see it?
Oh, Wolf.
Would you go back to where you were?
Though I can't say my life has been improved. Can you?
They're having to work.
So, you flee?
To preserve the babe's life. And Helena's with it.
Still you insist on misjudging me?
If the child is male, would you not in the end find it necessary?
I mean, it's a 50-50 chance, though.
Your son is still at liberty. Your cousin wreaks chaos within my city walls. Even today I must answer another of his murderous treasons. You are a high tower to my court. You are the enemy.
And to you?
Do not try me.
Damn. I mean, she is, like, completely justified in her frustration.
We will be avenged. If it takes 100 years.
I don't like that a couple of them aren't wearing their gold cloaks, they're just holding them.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. Ding, ding, ding. Oh shit, more of them.
Have you not exhausted your anger yet?
You take her side. When she yet refuses to grant you legitimacy.
And how many years did it take you to do the same?
He's got the patience of a saint.
Tell her Tywin Lannister survived the gullet. And is making for Rook's Rest.
Which is where Aegon is. Though, they don't know that.
Would be best served at Castle Rock, where we can establish a court and enjoin those still loyal to
Do
you.
you think I'm a terrible man, Sir Tywin?
Oh, those words got to him.
While I may not have always agreed with every course of... well,
He can't even lie.
there is, in any one of us, a venture, much to admire and much to be deplored.
Brother, lie. It's that easy. Just be like, no, you're not a terrible man.
We sail for Essos, then.
Wow, if he could have given an answer, he might have gone to Casterly Rock.
The frog in winter sleeps under the ice. Still and silent. Mend your wounds. Gather your strength. Let the world think you dead until the spring thaw.
I need to find a horse.
To ride where?
None of these
Over the
white-haired
numberless
boys
streets of
listen.
seven-
Meanwhile.
Never ceases to be fascinating.
Eh. Who did we throw? Just the dude? Fucking what?
What did I say when last we met?
Oh, she came here specifically.
So Moondots, all my life, I have yearned after a dragon. And now I have one, but I have lost everything else.
Go
That was your choice.
east.
No, you should go to bed.
Please, please don't do this. Please, don't be Damon's daughter right now. Forget that part. Forget that part.
Very dutiful.
Don't.
Do you ever want to forget at all? Do what you want.
Some things you can't forget. Eh.
And so Sir Criston fights on, and yet you have returned.
Don't be a bitch about this.
Rhaenyra will not burn her own subjects. She is a woman. Squeamish. If your host leaves these
Oh, that's the
it burns.
that's the deciding factor.
I would take one Hightower sword over 3 of Tully's mudmen. When the usurper's
Really?
host
'Cause all
comes,
those
they will
Hightower
fight
swords
on
are
our
dead
terms,
now.
On our ground. It's been weeks since I've seen a featherbed. By your leave. You might see Sir Gawain to his quarters, Your Grace. Make sure he bathes.
Yes, because that's what kings do.
He styled you the bloody king. You left me alone with him. You know what he is. I do what I can to keep him from...
That's at least good. Darren's not an idiot.
And yet he means to put you on the throne, apparently. Only as he cannot sit on it himself. He would thrust me forward and devour me from within until there's nothing left. So tell him you won't do it. Then who will protect me then?
The fucking dragon.
An army. I should return to Old Town and prepare to pick up the pieces. Don't leave me again. Please. You're his little treasure now. You'll be fine.
Or fly your dragon to
when
Old
you
Town.
were in King's Landing.
Saria knew of our plan, but she said nothing of Jahara. Was she truly stolen away to meet us at some secret place up ahead?
Damn, Helena can be smart sometimes. Has Helena been doing the tapestry in the opening all this time? Damn, she's really good at that.
One eye.
Ow! I wasn't gonna do anything! Oh. Dorgan eggs.
I do not know the ways of dragons, but I have long envisaged the return of the Targaryens to this ancient seat.
Are these the dragon eggs that Daenerys eventually gets?
I will be the Lady of the Water. Are you the Dragon Lord by my side?
Give the king Excalibur. Yeah, he's about to give you Excalibur, I think, in a minute. Damn. Is this what she wanted to do with... Is this what she wanted to do with Daemon?
One of our girls, only last night, was taken. You have my condolences. I shall light a candle for her when next I attend the sept.
That's it? Oh, shit. Well, you're not meant for the throne. The throne has deemed you unworthy. Granted, the throne deemed Viserys unworthy, and he ruled for like 40 years, so... Oh, Daemon's in like full city watch-out outfit. He hid away his white hair.
Which way your fucking... Your prince. Your grace.
Ulf, what are you doing here?
What is your errand here?
Men deserve their simple pleasures. Keep us going. You yourself should understand.
Set foot in the city again, and I'll put out your eyes.
Well, that didn't help. Because he just looks like an average rabble. But his hair is a bit more blonde than just white, isn't it?
Oh, friend.
Oh! Now he's getting into Templeton.
What did you think on it when you choose your hand? Rhaenyra made a rare good choice with Corlys Velaryon. There is a soundness to his breeding, not the sordid appetite of the striver.
What of my grandsire?
Otto. Where do I begin?
My lord.
Well, Otto's dead. I guess news hasn't gotten there, but...
Your lord has made a wise choice.
Why does the lord not kill
If we
himself?
might see the king in person.
King of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the...
No! Stop him! Stop him! These are assassins! Semfaderen and you!
Whoa! Right through the dick.
I will cleave the bitch from crown to cunt. She will die, wishing she never did. Dare.
Oh! There. Ah!
Where is he?
Harrenhal.
How did you come by this?
There are times when Helena sees things. You'll sound mad. They are nightmares.
That'll hold up in court.
Or puzzles.
She dreams. She's a dreamer. Like Daenerys who foresaw the doom.
Okay, there is precedent for this.
If I send swords, he will flee again, go to ground and be lost. But
if I send his mother.
With someone he trusts.
If I send his mother to kill him.
Did I not warn you that you would come to this?
I mean, this is going to be Daemon approved. I'm going to be, well, slightly. He might be concerned about the logistics, but I'm sure he'd love the attitude.
Was there no other lord that offered for my hand?
Why'd you make me fuck my brother?
Or was it your own desire to marry me to my brother?
She was not born of incest, and yet.
Kick this dog, and it will bite you.
Oh, Ulf? No. No. Fucking guy from Andor. No, don't kill Corlys, he's interesting. Alright, it's time to just start whittling away at all these characters. I don't know, man. Oh, what are we even, like, doing? Why does my arm hurt? What the hell? Why does my arm hurt? When did that happen? God damn, I'm getting old. Alright, I mean, it really is. We're just, like, whittling down all these characters, you know? Cole's dead. That's it. That's the end of Cole. You know... okay, here's a sort of conflicting thought. I don't fully buy into it, but let me just sort of talk it out a bit. You know, we know how George R. R. Martin works, and, you know, it's the joke that, you know, he'll just kill a character. You know? He'll just kill a character and that'll be that. You know, sometimes it'll be a very important end to the character. Sometimes it'll just be like, what the hell? They're dead already? You know? But I mean, sometimes, you know, there is an important... there is a weight. There is a sort of ending of an arc to a character's death, you know? I would honestly probably say Robb Stark is a great example of that. I think that was kind of the end, the natural conclusion, at least for the arc that Robb went on in that season, you know? It makes sense. But then you'll get some characters where it's just like, oh, I guess that's the end of that. And then you kind of stop and you're like, what are we doing here? I guess Corlys... Okay, so Corlys I'm not sure about because he's gotten a lot, you know? And I could see this as... I guess maybe one thing for Corlys is that there is Alan and Adam. I could see this maybe having Rhaenyra legitimize Alan. I guess maybe she wouldn't, you know. If she doesn't, then that's just the end of House Velaryon, you know? But I suppose it could be. I don't know. Like, it... Because there's a part of me that's like, oh, no, don't kill Corlys. He was, like, a really interesting character. And there's another part of me that's like, well, what's he been doing the past couple episodes? Just, like, eh. It's just like, oh, well, he's mad at Rhaenyra for not legitimizing Alan and Adam. And he's like, oh, well, her needs are endless and stuff like that. And it's like, brother, did you back the horse or not? You know? Like, I don't know. And I guess the other part of that is Cole, because it's like, all right, episode 6 is the death of Kristen Cole, this guy who's been here for a long time, since like early in season 1, you know, back before they changed out the actors for Rhaenyra and Alicent, you know, before the major time skip. You know, this was the guy, he was in love with Rhaenyra, and then he got his heart broken and everything, and now he's just dead. And very kind of unceremoniously, like, he didn't fight Tullian Stark to his death. He just got shot with a bunch of arrows, and then he died. And it's like, well, it's the end of Kristen, and it's like, cool. It's one of those things where I just kind of look at it and it's like, all right, well, this kind of feels like a George R.R. Martin death, but at the same time, I'm kind of looking at it like, why do we spend so much time on that? Now, you do have to... I mean, I guess the difference... Now, of course, I'm saying all this and I haven't read the books, you know? I haven't read A Song of Ice and Fire, all of those books, and I haven't read Fire and Blood. The only thing I do know, though, is that Fire and Blood is not written as a narrative. It's written as a history book. So... And I'm pretty sure it's also, like, from unreliable narrators, so it's not, like... It's also not, you know, insanely trustworthy, you know, which gives them some liberty into what they can do in the show. But I think the other thing, one little bit of frustration with this show, especially with this season, is I feel like this is like a war of the incompetent. Like, there's so much incompetency from every side that it is kind of getting a little frustrating. Like, nobody gets anything right. Except Gawain, apparently. Gawain's the only one with some sense, you know? But, like, everyone is kind of screwing everything up, you know? And I really don't see many levels of competency. Because that's the thing, is, like, you see in Game of Thrones... I mean, you could even just start, you know, because we mentioned him, Robb Stark. Highly competent, you know? Which makes his undoing all the more frustrating, because it's just like, oh, dude, come on, you know, what are you doing? But you can also see it as a, well, this is a guy who, you know, he is riding high, and he thinks he can do no wrong, and thus, you know, he basically is torn down. He gets so high up that he eventually just falls, basically. One little misstep, and it's a terrible fall down, you know? But Robb Stark gave the Lannisters a run for their money, you know? And the Lannisters were incredibly competent, you know? Which honestly made Cersei all the more frustrating, because Cersei kind of wasn't the competent Lannister, but that made for drama, you know? Is seeing how the Lannisters... And not to say that, you know, Cersei was an idiot, but there were a lot of things that Cersei misunderstood, you know? A lot of things that Cersei did wrong, you know, sort of letting, you know, sort of personal grudges guide her a bit more, or personal feelings maybe for Jaime, you know? Whereas Jaime and Tyrion and Tywin all now granted, Jaime had his own levels of incompetency. That honestly, that was almost more luck-based. Like, Jaime just had the worst luck. Ironic, considering everything Tyrion went through, but Tyrion took his bad luck and then came out the other side. Jaime just kind of fumbled around until something good happened, you know? But Tyrion and Tywin were incredibly competent, you know? Daenerys was incredibly competent for a while. You know, she surrounded herself with very competent older men that could, you know, give her great advice, you know? And, you know, only very rarely did she really encounter many problems, you know? Problems that sort of overtook the situation. You know, there were other problems that she faced, but she dealt with them in very interesting and clever ways that pretty much only she could, and it gained her, you know, it gained her more people. It gained her the Unsullied and everything like that, you know? So that was the interesting thing about Daenerys, was her competency. I'd even say Jon Snow kind of has that for a little while. Jon's a bit complicated because, I mean, that whole thing is complicated, throwing in White Walkers and everything. But Jon, I think, was very competent. I mean, it's the reason he became Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, you know? And I would say Stannis was pretty competent, too. his, it's like every person in Game of Thrones was wildly competent with one fatal flaw, basically. Whereas I feel like in House of the Dragon, everyone is just filled to the brim with fatal flaws and one degree of competence, And even then, I'm not entirely sure what that is, I'm not entirely sure what it is half the time. Cole, I guess he was a good fighter. That doesn't mean much, Daemon also is is a very good fighter. He is very clever, but without resources, without backing from Rhaenyra, he's just constantly in a place of, being put down. So it's just so difficult. Alicent, I guess. I mean, Alicent, she's just in a bad situation to begin with, I mean, she cannot negotiate with Rhaenyra to save her life. Literally, to save her life, But I guess maybe her fatal flaw is Helena, but Helena, I'll give her some credit. You could say, well, she has some fatal flaws that, drag her down. It's like, but she doesn't want to be in this war. She doesn't want to be a part of any of this. She would have loved to just go off to some lord, You know what? Helena may actually be the closest to Viserys of all of his children, Like, I'm sure she would have just gone off to be with some nice lord, find someone charming, who will just let her do her tapestries. They have some kids, so, some cute little kids, and it's all good. Maybe he goes off to war. Maybe he doesn't go off to war, Like, that could have been great in the same way that if Viserys had not been king, he would have just gone off, been a lord while Rhaenys was queen. He'd gone off, been a lord, married, and, well, I guess he was already married. He was already married, but he would have, just gone off to be a nice, quiet lord, building his little, Lego forts and stuff, so. And Aemond, we already talked about his inferiority last episode. His fatal flaws is his constant inferiority complex to either Aegon or to Daemon as well, but Alice may actually be the only one who is not just covered in fatal flaws, She's the only one who I think is, like, actually genuinely competent and not covered in fatal flaws. Like, she's actually, but granted, she's not trying to do too much, She's clearly trying to sway a Targaryen prince, and give them the dragon eggs, which presumably are these... No, because Rhaenyra had dragon eggs, didn't she? So are these dragon eggs different from the dragon eggs that Daenerys eventually gets? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not important. It doesn't really affect the show. So... God, my head itches. This is the problem with wearing this hat throughout the whole video, is my head starts itching. That could also be because I need to trim my hair at some point. That's probably most of the reason why this hat is itchy, is I need to trim my hair, so... What was I talking about? Anyway. Ormond probably also is pride is his biggest fatal flaw. And, trying to prop up... It's not just that he's trying to prop Darren up as king. It's that he's trying to prop, his own Hightower puppet, basically, as king. Darren, thank goodness, is a little smarter than that. Like, he knows exactly what Ormond is doing, and Gawain does as well. But yeah, like, that's at least good that Darren is aware of what Ormond is doing, but yeah, that's the thing, is that Ormond, his fatal flaw is that he wants a Hightower on the throne, but he has a Targaryen, He has a Targaryen prince, He has the third son of Viserys, so... And I guess Hugh and Ulf, their fatal flaw is getting involved. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them for doing this, but they have both now. Their lives are not better because they have this dragon, And Ulf, I'm assuming that thing Oh, no, that couldn't have been from Ulf at the end, because Ulf can't read or write, so he has no education to read or write. So unless he got some, so mate, I need you to write down some words for me on here. Can you write what sounds good? If you kick this dog, he will bite back. Write that down. Thank you. Be sure it does actually say it. All right, I'm gonna send this with a rider up to King's Landing. That doesn't sound like Ulf. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Have I actually talked about this episode? Because I feel like I haven't at the same time. I don't know, man. It is sort of the frustrating thing watching this, is just like, there's like there's no one to like root for anymore. Like, I feel like in season 1 you can kind of get away with rooting for Rhaenyra, even though she does make mistakes in season 1 where it's just like, come on, how are we supposed to defend this, you know? Namely, having bastards by Sir Strong, whatever his name was. That, you know, because you're having kids that look nothing like Laenor. It's like, that's the biggest thing. Now, granted, obviously, her and Laenor, like Laenor had some... Laenor loved those boys, so... so that's the thing. Like, they were kind of in an understanding, but yeah, but it's just... Nowadays, like, there's no one to even root for. And it's kind of weird because it's just like, well, can you really root for anyone in Game of Thrones? And it's like, well, I think so. I think you could root for Tyrion. I mean, Jon's an easy one. Jon's an easy one because he's on his own story. I think Daenerys was an easy root for throughout most of the show. So yeah, it's like, but here, it's just like, I've kind of run out of things. I guess even in season 1, you could also, like, even if you can't fully root for Rhaenyra, you can kind of root for Viserys, even though you know he's gonna die. You can just be like, man, this guy, he's fucking trying, you know? He's a good man, and everyone wants to take advantage of that, you know? And I feel like even characters you don't necessarily root for, it's just like, man, I miss the level of competency with some of them. Like Otto. I miss Otto. I really do miss Otto. And now it's just like, all right, well, he's gone. So now the big enemy to Rhaenyra is Ormond Hightower. I'm just like, Walt, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know about this guy. He's not even that competent. He just hires poor people to kill people in King's Landing, you know? That's kind of all he's doing, so... And yeah, at this point, Rhaenyra may just... like, we're kind of just waiting. Like, Rhaenyra's almost like a ticking time bomb. Like, eventually, she's just going to be like, alright, that's it. Just kill them all. And just burn Tumbleton, so... I guess that's it. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine enough episode, but... I don't know. The season's... It's getting strange. I don't know. I can't say that I dislike it. Like, it's still good. I'm just like... Maybe it is sort of a thing of just like, where are we going with this? You know? Which season 2 kind of had that as well, where it's just like, where are we going with this? You know? What are we doing? Come on. You know, like, we have to have a nice through line. I feel like... I don't know. There's like 10 through lines. And it's like, well, what are we doing? I don't know. But that's basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my House of the Dragon reactions, as well as another playlist with all my Night of the Seven Kingdoms reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.